Oh my gosh. Hello, friends. I don't know if I should wear these sunglasses or not. Do I look fresh? I don't know. We're just not gonna wear them. We're not gonna wear them. What's up? How we doing, people? Today has been a great day. It is 12:48, and we just got in from a pretty dope, can't even lie, a pretty extremely sick fishing trip. And I don't know if you could tell, but your boy's a little dark here. Got the sunglasses line, and I am beat. I don't know. I feel like I just need a nap or a cold shower, and also I need my camera not to move a lot. So I got to make this video kind of quick because my memory card for some reason is acting weird, and I only have 18 minutes of memory left, even though there's nothing on it. I think I got to reformat it. So we're gonna get right into the video, but first, of course, we got to do the welcome. Hello. I'm Brandon, and welcome to Reading Between the Lines. This is a channel where we talk about books and things of that nature. Today, as you read in the title, we're going to be discussing a book by the titled 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. This book, man, it's powerful. It's helped me out a ton. Even though I've discussed this with my friends before, it's really hard to grasp all the concepts in this book just because of the intellectual gap between me and Jordan Peterson. But nonetheless, I'm still able to grasp kind of the base concept of each rule, and that's just kind of what I want to do. Reviewing the book, like I said in my previous videos, is something that seems like I want to do it, but at the same time, I really just want to have a conversation and maybe even just start a conversation or bring these ideas to people who may not have heard of them. So with all that being said, the first rule is of 12 Rules for Life by Mr. Jordan Peterson is stand up straight with your shoulders back. Now, the first thing I will say about this rule, it seems very basic, right? It seems like, oh, cool, just straighten my back out, stand up straight. It seems very basic, but of course, Jordan Peterson, being the intellectual guy that he is, of course, goes down into histories, and he talks about lobsters, and he talks about serotonin, and all these other things that work for you, work against you in terms of creating this big, powerful, confident stature that we all should have, both male and female. These concepts can go really deep, or you can just hang out with them on the surface. So I'm choosing to listen to these over and over and over again, and to try to dig deep into them. A couple weeks ago, I was having a conversation with my buddy TJ and his brother Mike, Underdog Books and Savage or Average Coaching on Instagram. I'll put all this stuff in the description per usual because they're part of the squad and we gotta support the homies. But we were having a conversation in our group chat, and we were just chatting, of course, because that's what you do in a group chat. And I was just like, man, I was kind of struggling with something and this mindset, and I was like, dude, I think the biggest thing that has been one of my, I guess the most powerful downfall, not being able to quote unquote stand up straight with my shoulders back, you know, and that goes down to not being able to say what you mean and mean what you say, not being able to say no to people, not being able to say yes for yourself, all these things. Some of the things I mentioned in my Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck review, I'll link that once I fix my camera right here. Check it out. Very, very good book. And we were just kind of talking about it, and Mike, he was like, yeah, man, I've learned to deal with this and to do this, and now, you know, it's maybe he's not a master, but he knows like, you know, he knows how to do it. So again, we were just chatting. We went into some details that I don't feel necessary to talk about right now. But nonetheless, I've been practicing this, and again, I have been doing the physical standing up straight with your shoulders back, you know, walking through the grocery store, filling up my gas, or filling up my truck, like filming videos at the gym, like wherever I go, I do practice the confident stance of, like I said, standing up straight with your shoulders back. And the idea behind that is like taking on, and this is like a just umbrella idea, but it's like taking on the world, you know, with confidence, saying, okay, world, life, whatever you throw at me, you know, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna take the hit, and it's gonna knock me down potentially. And if it does, I'm gonna get back up. And if it doesn't knock me down, then I'm just gonna keep going. But no matter what, the fight is always gonna continue until I literally can no longer fight. And that's kind of the way I'm taking this in, and it's helping me out a lot, like I said, because I came from a childhood where there was a lot of like my buddy Lionels would say, there was a lot of weenie. It was a huge weenie mindset, And it was nobody's fault, obviously it wasn't my fault. I was a kid, I didn't, when you're a kid, you don't know any better. And then, the people that I had raising me, they kind of lack the ability to stand up straight with their shoulders back. So of course, when you're a kid and you get raised by those kind of people, it obviously is going to take effect in your life at some point. So that's kind of been the case. And of course, as circumstances change, because they can and they will, and as people change and they can and they will, mindset changes as long as you're willing to accept the possibility that everything that you've learned, and this is kind of going off topic, but feels relevant to me. But as long as you're able to accept the possibility that everything you've learned has been wrong, maybe not wrong, but maybe not just, or maybe just not right for you. And that's kind of where I'm at, because the things that I want to achieve, man, you can't just be a weenie and just like be like, okay. And again, I'm still in the learning stages of this. So like my buddy Lionel, of course, check his channel out right here. He's always on me because, he's someone that cares about not only about me as a person, but as he cares about the success, because he understands I have potential in a lot of different areas. And there's never a point where there's like any kind of soft like conversation. Like he's not like military grade on me, because I think he understands that I don't learn that way and whatnot. But nonetheless, he's the guy that's come into my life to push me in the direction that he believes I should, not he believes I should be going, but he believes I want to go, and he's pushing me that way just by everything that I'm telling him. And every now and again I'll be like, yo man, I was feeling this way, whatever, and then he'll be like, yo, it's all good, that's part of life, let's keep moving. And he's always the guy to, he's I've met some people that just inflate you. They inflate your ego, they inflate your pride, they inflate everything about you, and then you're doing whatever you're doing, but you feel like you're king of the hill, and you feel like you've made it, and you feel like you're the one, and then life hits you, and then you're like, hold on, wait a second, I thought, the thought was embedded in my head that I was this guy, and that didn't turn out to be the case. Just having someone like that in your life and to push you and to not let you slack, and when you do slack, to call you out on it, I think is very, very important. And it's all, like I said, it's also helping me to have more confidence within myself, because when you're going through life and you don't have anyone telling you good job, whether you need someone to do that for you or not, it's hard to see your own growth. It's like when you're trying to lose weight, or when you're trying to gain muscle, or whatever the case is, and you look in the mirror every day and you don't see a change, because you're seeing the same thing every day. And that's I was kind of at that stage where it was just like, where progress is being made, but it was just like I couldn't see it, and I can't say, oh, good job, Brandon. Like, I can understand my little wins here and there, and I can understand my losses and learn from them and all that, but it's different when you have someone in a position, like an actual position, to be like, yo, man, good job, man. Dap it up. Cool. Let's celebrate. Now let's move on. And that's another thing, is having someone to pull you out of that victory mindset, because I'm sure you've heard some sports legends, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Kobe, like anybody, I'm sure you've heard them talk like I gotta hold my camera right now, it's being all shaky. But I'm sure you heard them talk and say, like, people win and they get comfortable. And it's really easy to do that, even on small wins. It's crazy. I figured out, like, you win a little bit, like, you could, like, the smallest thing, you can gain 5 followers on Instagram because of a post you did, and you planned it out, and you're like, yo, I'm gonna gain 5 followers, and you gain 5 followers, and you're like, oh, nice, I made it. Like, the smallest things you can get comfortable with. And again, he's that kind of person to help me with that. And doing that, like what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that having someone else help you build that confidence when you're within yourself is like major key. Again, I'm talking about my own experience. I'm talking about me and the way I grew up, the way I was raised, the people that were in my life, in and out of my life, and everything, and all that kind of stuff. So standing up straight with your shoulders back is a big rule for me. One that I'm going to continue to listen to over and over and over. Just because it's just a reminder, man, like, no matter what, no matter if you're in some sort of argument with somebody, if you're in a fight with somebody, whatever it is, man, you have the ability to just say, okay, like, let's take it on, let's do this. And again, that's kind of my view on standing up straight with your shoulders back. And a thing I will say, though, that is kind of a review about this book, is I picture this book as 12 books in one. Like, the audio book itself is I think it's like 15 hours long. So each chapter, each rule, if I'm not mistaken, is kind of around an hour, maybe an hour and a half. But like, I don't I don't see myself listening to this book all the way through multiple times. Instead, once I grasp each concept of this book, I think I'm just gonna kind of pinpoint, be like, okay, I think I need to listen to rule number 10 or rule number 2 or rule number 4, just depending on where I'm at in life. And I think that's something that's so key, because sometimes an idea is placed upon you in such a big like quantity that you're just like, I don't know, and then you get lazy, you don't want to dig through it and all that stuff. So I think that's another really good thing about this book. I am a super big fan of it. Again, I am still in the learning process of just acquiring this idea, mastering it, just making it a constant part of my life. And I'm really excited though. I'm really excited to see how it pays off, because so far, since I've been actively practicing it, I mean, like literally changing the stress levels in my body by physically standing up straight with my shoulders back, opening my airways, putting my chin up, poking my chest out. You know, obviously I'm not trying to be like Larry the Lobster, you know what I'm saying? Like overdo it, like cartoonish and make myself look foolish, but just practicing that, man, it's actually helping. I am a big dude. People do look my way just because I'm a big stature dude, but I noticed it's a little bit more prominent now just because of me actually opening up my posture, actually opening up, you know, my chest, standing up straight, my shoulders back. I've said that 1,000 times. But from my experience, my recent experience, as the young adult that I am, and living in this current situation and economy in the U.S. Again, God bless America. I love this country. Go ahead. You know, I've definitely noticed a difference. So, with all that being said, I'm just pulling up to the grocery store. I think I've hit my time limit. I think my memory card is about to go out or run out of memory. But nonetheless, if you want to take a deep dive into why this can help you, if you want to listen to stories about lobsters and birds and why things happen, and serotonin and octopamine, all these kind of things, listen to this. I recommend it on Audible, the audio version, just because it's easier to absorb when you have, you know, it seems like someone explaining it to you. So sorry for the lighting. I'm not sure how good or bad it's been. I just know I got a white shirt on. I got a dark face from being on the boat all day. I see a parking spot right over there. We're gonna snag that, cut this guy off in a nice way. And this is just the confidence. This is one of the confident parts of me. But anyways, I appreciate you guys stopping by the channel. I hope this video provided some sort of value. I hope that my rambling wasn't too obnoxious. If it was, I apologize. But as always, if you have a comment, if you have something you want to say, if you want to start a conversation with your boy, I'm backing up. Look at this, multitasking. This is something I'm also practicing, is multitasking. With accuracy, not just multitasking to multitask, but whoop, look at that, perfect. So if you have a comment, you want to start a conversation, drop it down below. Again, I'm gonna leave some links down to Lionels stuff, basically my squad, the people that are pushing me and all this stuff, motivating me to be better and all this stuff. So TJ, Mike, his brother, and my boy Lionel, all their stuff's gonna be down in the description. And if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. With all that being said, subscribe if you want to join the squad that reads between the lines. And why am I doing this? Pew, pew, pew. Nonetheless, man, I appreciate you guys. The love has been crazy. I'm gonna drop, I think I wanna do a Q&A, a 2K Q&A. Maybe I can get some questions and whatnot. But yeah, that's a wrap for this video. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And as always, be cool and stay blessed. I'm out.